I'm not here to try to offend or hurt anybody. I say that in all sincerity. I have a deep passion and love for my country, and I'm concerned at the direction it's going. In the heart of our country are these communities: Wilkes Barre, Kingston, 44, all over throughout the United States. That's the heart of our country. And they're going downhill, many of them. And that's what I seem to be recognizing happening here. And I don't like it. I'm deeply concerned about the future of this nation. Mayor Layton, members of council, I'm going to get right to the point. Mayor, did you view the two groups of photos I asked the secretary or hostess to give you prior to the meeting?
Yes.
One group of photos shows properties in the Rolling Mill Hill section of the city of Wilkes Barre, where I reside. The other group are photos in the Barney Farms section of the city, located in South Wilkes Barre, where you, Mayor Layton, resides. Is that correct?
Mr. Walsh, why don't you continue on in the interest of your time?
Well, I'm asking you.
We're not going to go back and forth and ask the serious questions. Go on and you'll answer again. Go ahead. We're listening. We're paying attention to what you're saying.
Well, I expect responses to
You'll get a
certain things
response
so that I
at
can
the end.
continue to.
We're not going back and forth with the mayor.
Why are you restricting me?
I'm not restricting you.
You are.
You can speak. We're not going to go back and forth.
Don't we deserve an answer?
You will get an answer. You'll get an answer when you're finished. Go ahead.
All right, after viewing the pictures, you saw the dilapidated home in Wilkes and Loomis Street. And you live in a residential section of the city, Barney Farm, is that correct?
Mr. Walsh, go on. Continue. Go ahead. Without asking questions every.
Barney Farms is a residential section of the city. It does not have to deal with any gas stations, bars, mini marts, any of the things that the average citizen has to contend with. It's protected on both sides, one by the river and one by the railroad crossing. There's only one access, and that's through under the overpass of the bridge. It's well manicured, off-street parking, everything goes. I don't deny that, or not deny that, take exception to that. If you can live there, that's fine. I have no objections to it. But why should we be subjected to the kind of places that are around us when you don't have to deal with these things? You wouldn't allow these things in your area. I know you wouldn't. So why should we have to be content with them? You don't have those headaches. When relating this fact to I'm sorry. For the past year, attending these meetings, I've heard little, if any, at all information forthcoming from the council or mayor. When relating this fact to my family members and friends, the question most asked is, why? My response is, by remaining non-committal, they can't be held accountable for anything said. Typical political tactic. A politician's greatest fear is exposure. They will listen to you based on their terms, right there, within a limited time. That's the system. It's their way or no way. I have even been told by a reliable source that members of council are forbidden to make any comments the citizens present their grievances or whatever the case may be.
Mr. Walsh,
I know whether that's,
we've gone over, but I'm gonna answer some of the questions, and I'm sure others will as
well,
well.
why are you interrupting me now?
Because your time has since expired, and we'll give you a little bit more time. Not interrupting you, just telling you your time will run out. But first of all, the city has addressed, and you heard Mrs. Lavelle just a few minutes ago talk about a problem property. We take problem properties very seriously. Council members and others report these to code enforcement. We have a vacant property, blighted property ordinance that covers these types of properties, and they are out there. They're everywhere in the city. They're in every district, not just in your area. Our inspectors have a database of those, and we are tracking those, and we are on the property owners to address those. Now, they are out there. We appreciate you bringing these properties to our attention, and we'll do everything we can to correct them. Actually, Mr. McLaughlin and I are looking at some alternative solutions that will help us to better address these vacant properties. The ordinance is very strict, very stringent, and there are penalties for vacant properties and those other properties that are not vacant that do not meet code requirements. So we are doing everything we can with the limited number of staff that we have to address these. We are looking at alternatives that will help us to do just that. So if you have addresses which you have, and I know you presented them to us, the Mayor Street properties specifically, we will certainly look at those and do whatever we can to address those, just as you heard about the problem property on Spring Street. We do not take these lightly. I don't want to live next to them any more than you do or anyone else here. So we will do whatever we can to assist you. I think we've demonstrated that. You are the problem property that we've addressed a couple of them, one or two that are right in process right now. So, and no one here has ever been hesitant to speak or address or answer. That is, I don't know where that is coming from when you just mentioned that.
I witnessed it.
Well, council members are not obligated to answer, but we do. We do, and we will speak with you. We have been speaking with you.
Mr. Barr, there's no input from the
You
council.
provided information, and we give you a response as to what we're doing with those problem properties that you've reported to us. I don't know what else we can do, and we'll.
The only time.
Excuse me, but many of the issues that you address aren't council's responsibility, they lie in the responsibility of the administration. Okay, and they're behind us and they're listening too. Whether or not they comment, we can't control that either. I've never, and I'm going to guess I'm going to speak for everyone on council, I've never been told not to comment on anything for which there was not pending litigation on. That's all.
Drew, have we
All right, and when we're
addressed
not.
that property on Loomis Street you showed us last two weeks ago?
I don't have the Loomis Street facts in hand. I was focused on some of those properties up on Blackman Street, but I can certainly check. I just talked to Mr. Walsh this afternoon, so I could give him a call once I have that.
Okay, thanks.
Rather than speculate.
So we have the address of the properties that you're concerned about, the ones that you reported. Is that correct?
Is that the one on Loomis Street you're talking about, or the one, or the flower shop Deckers?
Well, the flower shop you
Those,
had.
both places.
Yeah.
We have all.
You have
And
all
I
of them.
believe the addresses are on the back of the photos too.
Okay.
I can give you enough evidence.
And we have your contact information to get back to you, correct?
I know how to get hold of it.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
But the thing is, you mentioned Councilman Lavelle, and I commend her for bringing it to attention. But I brought these kind of cases up several times. Now, when it's something that she was interested in, she brought it forth. But she made no comments when I mentioned these properties. None of you did.
All right, we're not going to debate, but I'm going to
Because
tell you one thing.
because she was interested in
I'm going to
something.
tell you a fact, you can believe it or disbelieve it, but we have information, we provide information to the administration on a daily basis. Probably more than they want to hear from us about problems and issues and properties and whatever it may be. It just doesn't go on here and now. It goes on continuously. It's not every 2 weeks. Drew has files and files and files, and so does the rest of the administration with communication from us. It may be a phone call, maybe an email, maybe whatever. But this goes on continuously. It's not something that, because you didn't witness it, doesn't mean it's not taking place. Believe me. They have a database of the properties that we're looking at in all the districts, And we have also that information, and we follow up on it just as you are now. We do appreciate you bringing those situations to our attention, just as we appreciate all of the residents that do
These
that.
things have been going on for years.
And we'll take care of it. Right.
But it seems a shame that these things aren't dealt with without somebody bringing it to your attention. You are code enforcement.
Usually that's how it happens, if somebody will bring a property to our attention and we take care of it.
And the thing is, why does it take years and years?
Okay, well, we're doing the best we can.
You're not doing the best you can,
Thank you.
because otherwise it would have been taken care of
We're
long
not gonna
ago.
debate.
I
Frank Sawyer.
deeply, deeply resent the fact that we're limited to 5 minutes.
Well, I
You
can
can
tell
talk
you
all
this
you
is
want,
going on
you
for a
can
lot
talk,
longer
sit
than
there and
5
talk for
minutes.
an hour, without any restrictions, but we're limited. And that's, to me, that's unconstitutional.
Bill, I want him drug out of here.
Mr. Catalabowski, you say one more word and you're gonna be leaving right now, okay?
But you're giving him extra time.
He's done.